build up your track record, start doing the shit that it's going to take to see the results that you're looking for. And then in 90 days time, your results will speak on your behalf. Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Battle Ready Show. Got my good friend Leighton with me today. And Leighton, I got a question for you, sir. So one of the things we're running into at the moment is a lot of guys talking about the fact that their wife and their kids don't support them. Have you ever experienced this?
Yeah, actually, if I'm being completely honest, yeah, for sure. With kids, not so much because they're so little. I have a 3-year-old and then 6 months. And so they're so little, I don't think they understand that yet.
Sure.
But with my wife, yeah, for sure. I mean, if we're talking specifically about fitness, I was always talking about, oh man, I'm gonna get swole, I'm gonna get big, and it's now I'm gonna have to buy new suits. And I was always talking about it, and I never would start. I wouldn't do it. And it wasn't. I didn't realize that until I actually started doing it. I was like, bro, I've been saying this forever. It's kind of embarrassing.
Same.
And you know, once you actually start to make those changes, I started noticing my wife responding to me differently and treating me differently, and you know, us just looking at each other in a different way, like in a positive way, right? But when you're in it, you don't really feel that. You know, it wasn't until I actually made the change, I stopped making excuses, and you obviously helping coach me and get me on a program. That was when I actually was like, dang, bro, I thought I was tight before. Like, oh man, I was tripping. I thought everything was all good. It's crazy. So yeah, man, for sure, it's necessary for every man, for sure. I think not to just get their fitness in check, but everything. Like, nobody wants to follow a hypocrite. It's very simple. That we could just end the episode there. Nobody wants to follow a hypocrite.
Agreed.
So, but what do you think?
Yeah, same kind of thing, man. I was that guy for a very long time. I said to everyone, I'm gonna get jacked up again. I'm gonna get dialed in. I'm gonna lose a ton of weight. I'm gonna look the part. I'm gonna look like a banker should look, you know, and like have the 3-piece suit and be peeled out and just clean cut
Skin
and all
tight.
that shit. Yeah, dude. And my tailor kept letting the suits out, not bringing them back in.
Oh no.
And it was problematic, right? And it's like, and he was like, he actually said to me one day, he's like, last time you were in here, you told me that you were gonna be taking these things in. I was like, fuck. He's right. And then similar to you, where I had that oh shit moment, and I was like, damn, man, I've been saying this for a minute.
Yeah.
And actually it was more than a minute. It was 18 months of me like over promising and under delivering. And then that kind of started showing up in my business as well, because I was over promising and under delivering there. And it's like, what, this is setting the trend. This is how you're showing up everywhere. And then it was wrecking my confidence and my self-esteem, because I now even knew that I couldn't trust myself, because I said, I'm going to get fit. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to make better food choices. And then fucking the next day rolled around and I felt like I got punched in the face a couple of times, and I went straight back to vices, drinking, like gaming, eating food. And it's like, okay, we start on Monday. Hey, Leighton, this time, bro, Monday.
Yeah, I had a
You've
friend.
heard this.
I know for sure I have, and I'm not gonna call him out by name, but there's a guy. I have a friend. We've been friends for so long, and it was like every month he was always talking about, well, every week he was talking about it, but every new month was like, oh, I'm gonna start January 1st, April 1st, whatever. He's like, I'm gonna stop drinking. Every time we would always be like, man, you ain't gonna stop. Like, he'd always be like, yeah, no, for real, dude. June 1st, when it comes around next week, he'd never do it. We always set these like fake deadlines and these fake, or I guess fake startup dates and whatever, and it's hard to do that, because the startup date should be now. Like, it
100%.
shouldn't be in the future, even like in 2 or 3 days. It should be right now. Stop eating the cake right now, or whatever you got to do. Stop drinking. And I think that's hard for a lot of people. Like, did you ever have, first of all, do you even have startup dates, or are you more the kind of person where it's like, I just got to do it right now or else it's not going to happen? Like, how do you function personally?
Now, exactly like that. I make a decision and I start now. Whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, today's day one. Byron 1.0, start Monday.
Got it.
Start next week. Start next month. I need to, hey, Leighton, I'm going to start this diet next week, so I'm going to cash in and get as much good food in as I can now, because as of Monday, I can't eat this shit anymore. And then what would I do? I'd put on an extra fucking 10 pounds in a weekend because I ate all of the ice cream in the freezer and all of the pizza and all of the good stuff. And I drank myself into a coma. And it's like, okay, and then Monday rolls around and you feel like shit.
Right.
So you're like, oh, I can't possibly go to the gym today. Can't possibly not eat Coke. I can't eat fucking pizza today because I feel like shit. I need a hangover cure.
Yeah.
And pizza's the one. okay, Monday next week.
Right.
And then Saturday, Sunday, you do the same shit. And it's just like this constant, just like the new start date.
Exactly.
And you just get bored of your own shit.
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes to, because actually want to talk about both. The first part being you had said something how it made you feel about yourself. Like I don't know, I don't want to paraphrase. I want you to explain a little bit more, but it sounded like you're saying you lost confidence and trust in yourself. And so that's the first part. And then do you feel like that bled into family life and friends and how they looked at you and how they, maybe I don't trust you. Like, oh, you say you're going to do something, you didn't keep your word. Like kind of how did that, like explain a little bit more as far as like how that made you feel about yourself.
Sure.
And then also, do you feel like that transferred into like just everyday life with friends and family?
It showed up everywhere. Yeah, so it first showed up with me because whether it was a verbal or non-verbal commitment, like we know whether we've promised ourselves something and whether we do it or not. So I would constantly make these verbal and non-verbal contracts with myself, and then I wouldn't deliver on them. And then every single time I'd be like, okay, cool, I am going to start Monday. There would be that little voice in the back of the head that said, yeah, motherfucker, you said that last week. Let's see you do it. And already now there's that erosion of confidence in terms of, well, maybe I won't start Monday. And then Monday comes and you've had so much negative self-talk, and now you've also got the external, right? Because you've said this so many times that even now your family's like, bro, you're full of shit. All your colleagues and your friends and everyone around you is like, nah, you said this. Let's actually see it. And then you now have external and internal forces all just saying, yeah, whatever, bro. And you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, maybe I won't start Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to eat my emotions because no one supports me, and you start playing the fucking violin, bro.
Right.
So I was that guy for a very long time. And it showed up, like I said, in work, in relationships, in business, everywhere. Everything suffered because I didn't trust me. So why could you trust me?
Right.
I can't trust me. And therefore I didn't trust you because I didn't trust me either. So now there was just this vicious spiral of events where there was no trust, there was no loyalty, there was no nothing. And then you get to a point where you're so alone, so miserable, that it's like, fuck, something has to change. And for me, it was a case of like, do you know what? I'm not going to tell anyone shit. I'm actually just now going to go. It was like fucking 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock on I think it might have been a Wednesday. And I was like, I'm just going to start now. Like, I'm just not going to make bad choices now. And then similar to like AA, where they're like, you just have to stay sober for a day. Right. I wasn't thinking about next week, next month, because that's daunting as well.
For sure.
Like, I knew I had 100 and something pounds to lose, give or take. Maybe not quite at the time. Well, actually, coming into the project, I was 180 pounds. Yeah. I'm now 230. But so I had 100 pounds to lose roughly to get to project weight. When you think about 100 pounds like that, that's a big fucking number, and that's a big commitment. And you know it's not going to take 10 days. So now you're already future pacing, and you're like, fuck, man. I don't know if I got it in me to do this every day for the next year.
Right.
So now it's too big a goal. Versus then I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going to make good choices today. And then tomorrow I'm going to attack tomorrow. And I'll make good choices tomorrow. But tomorrow's tomorrow. I might not even wake up tomorrow morning. So who fucking cares about tomorrow? It's like, okay, cool, let's just make good choices until I fall asleep today. And then, holy shit, I woke up tomorrow. Okay, cool. Well, let's just make some good choices today. Yeah. And it wasn't like, oh, all of a sudden I went from 0 to hero. It was like, damn, dude, I got a lot of very bad habits and very toxic traits. I just need to start habit pairing. And for me, habit pairing was a huge thing. So like, I don't drink any water. I drink all coffee and energy drinks. Well, fuck, I should probably drink some water. So put a glass of water next to my toothbrush. And every time I brushed my teeth, I had to drink a glass of water. Cool, now I know at least 2 glasses of water are drunk a day. Where else can I stack a couple other glasses of water? Right. Okay, well now with meals, I only drink water. New rule, I only drink water with meals. Okay, cool. And like, you just start stacking those things. And then the confidence starts building because holy shit, I said yesterday I was going to do this and I did it. And now I feel a little bit better. Not a lot better, but I feel something. Something's there. I'm like, holy shit, what if I did that again? I'm going to do that again and again and again. And all of a sudden, I mean, I went from like super fat to 6-pack rolling into the project. And I was like, fuck. But it was 190-day process or 200-day process. But if I came out the gates telling everyone, hey, in 200 days, I'm going to be peeled as fuck, Leighton, I swear to God. you're going to be like, shut up, Byron, I heard this shit before.
Yeah.
And then now I've got external and internal forces fighting me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just...
There are those things exactly where you can't hide it. And fitness is one of those things where you can't, like, someone can give you excuses, whatever. Oh yeah, give me, you know, whatever time. Oh no, they'll tell you, I've been hitting my macros, I've been doing this, I've been hitting the workouts, but take your shirt off.
Yeah,
you can't hide it. It's one of those things. I'm curious. I don't want to take this episode too far off, but I want to know like what, besides fitness, what things in your life was it like, did you struggle getting over? Just because I feel like it'd be more relatable to learn more. Like for me, for example, I can think of when you said a second ago that there are some things you just can't hide, you can't run from, you can't fake the results. There was I started studying Spanish maybe like eight or 9 years ago. And I remember I was like, dude, I'm going to become fluent in like 6 months, whatever. And then, and I would have certain people help me out. And then when I get put in a situation where I had to speak Spanish, I was, like, you can't fake it, bro. Like, you weren't practicing, you weren't studying, whatever.
Yeah,
so like, and everyone has something like that in their life where they're saying they're going to do something that they maybe don't. Like, besides fitness for you, like what was something that you couldn't fake, the results?
Oh, dude, I got like plenty of these.
List?
I was instruments, I was languages, I was hobbies. Bro, I've got more drones than any normal person that doesn't have fucking a drone pilot license should ever own. I've got drones, I was going to be a photographer.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
I was going to try it all. I was going to be the heavy hitter in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
And I bought everything that I needed because of all the gear, but no idea. Like everything. Oh man, I can't be a professional YouTuber until I have the fucking $2,000 camera. Sweet, I'm gonna buy it. Bro, no one gives a fuck. No one cares.
Yeah.
Get on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do your content. Oh, I'm gonna be a fucking drone pilot.
Yeah.
I need all the drones first. No, you don't. You just need one drone. You don't need 4 drones. Fucking all of it.
But that's why I asked you the question though, because I know it's relatable to people who are watching this, because we all have those things and we buy all this stuff. It's just an excuse to not do the work. Like
100%.
Yeah, it's like it's I can't work out because I don't have I gotta wait to get dumbbells, but they're gonna be on sale for Black Friday. I gotta wait for whatever. Yeah. So, and like all this stuff, I'm like, dude, you don't need that. Just freaking work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the biggest thing is, or like, especially, let's just focus on fitness for a second. Like, fitness is such a small sliver, or the actual workout in the gym is such a small sliver of your overall results. Like, if you eat like an asshole, if you're not sleeping, we've touched on this on other episodes, but there's so many other factors that happen with the remaining 23 hours in a day. You can't outwork 23 hours of fuckery with 1 hour of being a savage. It just doesn't work. The math doesn't fucking work out. It's 4% of your day can outweigh the remaining 96. Not possible. So like, all these excuses that people are throwing, like, okay, cool, you watch TV every night. Every single time an advert comes on, just do push-ups until the advert stops. You can't do push-ups? Okay, do them on your knees.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that? Fucking star jumps. Something. Oh, you eat food anyway? Well, let's just make some good food choices. So instead of having pizza every day, have pizza twice a week.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you're starting to lose weight.
That's a really interesting way to think about it, because I never heard that concept before. Like, the hour a day you're working out, it's only 4% of your day. That's
right.
Crazy when you really think about it. Like, dang, that's true. If you really think about it, you can go as hard as you want in here, man. You going hard in that kitchen too, because otherwise you build in the gut and not abs. So that's pretty crazy. I didn't think about it like that. It's such a small percentage of your day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to put a bow on like the whole thing and circle back to the original question, which was like, why does my wife and kids not support me? It's because you don't even support you. Like, the guys that are asking these questions of us, it's because you've got a track record of bullshitting them and bullshitting yourself, that it's now ingrained in them to know that you're chatting some shit. So they're like, oh, Byron says he's going to get fit again. Okay, cool. He's going to do this for 4 or 5 days, and then he's going to slam a pizza, and he's going to like the pizza, and then he's going to slam some alcohol, and then it's just going to be the spiral, and he's going to put on 10 pounds. Good for him. Like, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Versus getting to a point where you don't ask them to support you because you're not worth supporting yet. Like, you don't have a track record yet. So build up your track record, start doing the shit that it's going to take to see the results that you're looking for. And then in 90 days time, your results will speak on your behalf. You don't need to be George App fucking chatting shit. Like, it's going to show.
Right.
You take your shirt off, it'll show. Maybe you haven't lost like maybe you don't have abs yet, but I can promise you now, in 90 days of just zipping your lip, focusing on your nutrition and doing your workouts and like the other remaining 23 hours a day, shit's going to start working. Your body's going to start changing. And then people will notice. And then all of a sudden you'll get the support. And you know what's fucking crazy about this shit? You'll realize you never needed it in the first place.
Yep.
All you needed was the fucking, this guy right here.
Yep.
That's all you needed.
Yeah.
As soon as you actually just shut the fuck up and did what was needed, you realize that you don't need anything external. Everything comes from here. Game over.
That's the key. That's crazy. We could end the episode right there, man. It was crazy. I don't know if you have anything else to add on, but I was like, oh, that was fire. Mic drop. Don't even say anything else, man. Just leave it just like that. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. I think it'll wake a lot of people up watching this. Honestly, I know we make content and you coach men primarily, but women watching this, like it's going to benefit everybody, man. Everyone has excuses they need to get rid of, and they just need to do the work, and I think that's going to do just that. Yeah,
take the fitness aspect away from this episode and insert whatever excuse you're currently using. It'll work for all of it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have, this is not tied to fitness, this is tied to everything. Once you take the fitness aspect out and you put whatever excuse you're in, it's the same shit.
100%.
Always.
Love it, man. Love it.
We'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, and share.